There comes a moment in every man's life where motivation stops mattering, where excuses lose meaning, where feelings become irrelevant, and only one question remains. Will you do what needs to be done? Not what feels good. Not what feels easy. What needs to be done? Because that is the line separating weak men from dangerous men. Weak men act based on emotion. Strong men act based on purpose. The lion does not wake up every morning feeling motivated to hunt. It hunts because survival demands it. The soldier does not train only when inspired. He trains because war does not care about his mood. And life works the same way. Your future does not care how tired you feel today. Your goals do not care how comfortable your bed feels. Results only respond to action. That's the truth most people spend their whole lives avoiding. They wait to feel ready. Ready is a lie. Nobody feels ready when change becomes necessary. Picture a man standing at the edge of a freezing ocean before dawn. Every part of his body screams, "Stay comfortable." But deep down, he knows entering the water will make him stronger. So he steps in anyway. That is discipline. Action despite resistance. Most people lose in life because they obey temporary feelings instead of long-term purpose. Feelings are unstable. Purpose is solid. The problem is your brain is designed for comfort and survival. It constantly searches for the easiest path. Avoid pain. Avoid discomfort. Avoid effort. That's why procrastination feels natural. That's why distractions feel addictive. That's why excuses feel convincing. Your mind will always try negotiating with difficulty. Do it tomorrow. Rest a little longer. You deserve a break. Start next week. And one day becomes months. Months become years. And suddenly a man wakes up trapped inside a life built by avoidance. That is a dangerous place to be. The eagle becomes powerful because it flies directly into storms. The storm other birds avoid becomes the very thing that strengthens its wings. Your struggles work the same way. The hard conversations. The early mornings. The discipline. The sacrifices. The uncomfortable decisions. Those are the things shaping your future. Yet most people spend their entire lives running from them. That's why they stay weak. The blacksmith does not create powerful steel through comfort. The steel enters fire, pressure, relentless force. That process creates strength. And your life is no different. Pressure can either destroy you or forge you. The difference is whether you face it or avoid it. Picture two men. Both want success. Both want respect. Both want transformation. But one only works when he feels motivated. The other works regardless of mood. One chases comfort. The other chases growth. Years later, their lives look completely different. That's the power of discipline. Small actions repeated consistently create extraordinary outcomes. Not talent. Not luck. Execution. Doing what needs to be done. Again and again. Especially when you do not feel like it. The mountain climber does not conquer the summit in one giant leap. It happens through exhausting steps. One after another. Painful. Slow. Relentless. And eventually the mountain that once looked impossible gets conquered. That's how your life changes too. Not through dramatic moments. Through repeated discipline. The weak version of you dies through repetition. Every workout. Every sacrifice. Every focused hour. Every moment you resist distraction. That is war. An internal war. Because deep down, you already know what needs to be done. You know you need discipline. You know you need focus. You know you need consistency. The real issue is not confusion. It's avoidance. And avoidance slowly destroys confidence. Because every promise you break to yourself weakens self-respect. Every excuse teaches your mind weakness. But every disciplined action builds trust within yourself. That's why discipline creates confidence. The soldier trusts himself because training proved he can endure pain. The boxer trusts himself because preparation removed doubt. Confidence is earned through action. Not words. Not motivation videos. Action. That's why you must stop waiting for perfect conditions. Conditions never stay perfect. Storms come. Problems come. Fatigue comes. Life becomes difficult. But disciplined men continue anyway. The wolf keeps hunting through winter. The warrior keeps fighting through exhaustion. The man committed to growth keeps building despite discomfort. That mentality changes everything. Because eventually, discipline becomes identity. Now you are no longer forcing yourself. You simply became the type of man who handles business. The type of man who follows through. The type of man who gets things done. And that identity creates power. Most people underestimate how much their life could change in 1 year of relentless discipline. 1 year of doing what needs to be done. 1 year of sacrifice. 1 year of focused execution. That alone can completely transform your future. But few people are willing to endure the boredom required for mastery. Because discipline is not always exciting. Sometimes it is repetitive, lonely, painful. But so is regret. And regret lasts far longer. The lion resting after the hunt enjoys peace because it earned it. Real peace comes after effort, not avoidance. So stop negotiating with weakness. Stop making excuses for your potential. Stop waiting for motivation to save you. Motivation fades. Discipline remains. At the end of the day, life rewards people who execute consistently. Not people who talk the most. Not people with the biggest dreams. People who act. People who move. People who do what needs to be done. Even when nobody is watching. Even when it's hard. Especially when it's hard. That is where transformation begins. If this message lit a fire in you, then it's time to act. Drop this in the comments right now. I will do what needs to be done no matter what. So that I know you stayed all the way till the end. And you will build discipline strong enough to transform every area of your life.